already seen some foundational memory exercises in the first 3 videos of this series, How to Memorize Piano Music with Confidence and Security. If you follow through on these practice techniques and apply them to the entire piece that you want to memorize, you'll gain the certainty needed to play with true musical expression. There's one more very important aspect to your memorization process that needs to be discussed. When playing or performing on the piano from memory, it's essential to remember that if you have a memory slip or play some inaccurate notes or there's a concentration lapse, you never want to stop playing and never try to repeat the measures where there was just a slip or a mistake. You must always try to keep going. Just press forward. Mistakes can happen no matter how well prepared you might be. The important thing is not whether you make a mistake or not. The important thing is how you handle the mistake. Don't let your facial expression or your body language show that a mistake just occurred. Stay composed and keep playing forward. But the big question is, what happens if you cannot keep going? What happens if your fingers and your mind just hit a blank? This probably will not happen after practicing the exercises demonstrated in the first 3 tutorials of this series, but it does happen, and you definitely will want to be prepared by using what I call checkpoints. Checkpoints are predetermined places in the music that you can immediately and without hesitation quickly skip ahead so you can continue playing. Remember, do not go back and repeat, only skip ahead. We'll talk about where in your music these predetermined checkpoints should be located in a moment. First, I want to tell you how to practice and learn the checkpoints. You'll need to be able to easily start at each checkpoint in your piece without any pause and play for a couple of measures from memory. The reason to play for a couple of measures is to be certain that you're able to truly start and continue playing from the checkpoint. Do this first in the order the checkpoints appear in your music. Once you've accomplished that, number all the checkpoints, number 1 through however many checkpoints you have in your piece. You can then mix up the order of the checkpoints. In other words, without looking at your music, start at, for instance, checkpoint number 3, then 7, then 5, and so on. Just mix them up. Skip around, out of order. Lastly, practice all the checkpoints from memory starting at the end of your piece, moving backwards to the beginning. For instance, if you have 8 checkpoints, start at number 8, then 7, then 6 until you reach the first checkpoint. Remember to play a couple of measures each time you begin at any checkpoint. First, you want to put checkpoints in the easiest places to start. This could be at the beginning of each section. Additionally, adding checkpoints to the beginning of certain phrases is also helpful. I like to add a checkpoint every 8 to 16 measures. Another place to consider putting a checkpoint is at the beginning, middle, or right after any passage where memorization has been a challenge. Let's return to the same piece we've used in tutorials 1 through 3, Rondo alla Turca by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and apply what we just talked about. We want to first put checkpoints at the easiest places to start, such as the beginning of each section, which would be, in this case, count 2 of all the following measures. Measure 8, 24, 32, 40, 56, 64, 72, and 88. And then also at count 1 of measure 97 and measure 110 and 116. And you always want to have a checkpoint at the very end so you know you can definitely finish your piece. I'll put the final checkpoint at measure 122. Remember, you'll want to put your checkpoints where it's easiest for you to start, so you might, for example, prefer the last checkpoint to be at measure 125 instead of 122. Whatever works best for you. The next step for checkpoint placement will be at the beginning of phrases, wherever an extra checkpoint would be helpful. Notice I did not put a checkpoint at the beginning of the piece because, remember, you'll never go back and repeat anything if you make a mistake or have a memory slip. Therefore, you'll never go back to the beginning and start all over. Now, in this example, if you're taking the repeat here at measure 8, you can have a checkpoint at the beginning, but it would only apply to the second time you play this on the repeat, not the first time. I personally do not take the repeats in this piece, so I will not be putting a checkpoint there at the beginning. The additional checkpoints I would add for phrase beginnings for this piece would be count 2 of measure 48. Lastly, add a checkpoint wherever there's been a challenging passage to memorize. One place that can be difficult for students is from the pickup to measure 17 through measure 24. So it could be very helpful to add a checkpoint here at measure 21, which is in the middle of that passage. The same would be true at measure 85. Add additional checkpoints wherever it would be helpful for you. We have a total of 15 checkpoints. After you've learned where your checkpoints are located without looking at the music, start at the first checkpoint. All of this will be from memory. Play a couple of measures and then stop playing. Next, without looking up at your music, move to the second checkpoint, play a couple of measures, then stop playing. Go all the way through your piece, starting at each checkpoint from memory. Play a couple of measures, then stop and begin at the next checkpoint. By the way, it is helpful to take your hands off the keys in between each checkpoint. Next, start at all the checkpoints without looking at the music, out of order. Skip around until you've practiced and started at each of the different checkpoints. Finally, from memory, start at the last checkpoint and move through all of the checkpoints backwards from the end to the beginning. Be sure to play a couple of measures as you start at each checkpoint. Remember, your goal is to be able to begin at any of the checkpoints without hesitation or pause from memory. All the lessons I've demonstrated in these 4 tutorials will provide you with the knowledge to play piano from memory with confidence and security. For decades, I've observed students gain amazing piano memorization skills using these exercise techniques. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you receive the latest teaching, playing, and performance videos.